Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to go over some super classic Phish here, Little Dog-Faced Boy. This is a great little song. It's somewhat tricky, although the chords are very basic. And you could, if you wanted to, you could play it, you could strum it. It's very simple that way. But trying to get the picking pattern down, and I think everyone plays it a little bit differently. And I'm just going to go over kind of how I like to play it. Just kind of break that down. So I'll probably break it down kind of bar by bar. We'll just kind of go through all that. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell for notifications. It's quick, it's easy, it's free to do. Everyone's doing it. It's the happening thing. I do greatly appreciate it. If you're returning, you already know, man. So let's hop in. Okay, so I think the way I'm going to do this one here, I'm going to, again, just kind of break it down, I guess, verse by verse. So I will put the verse and with the chords up, and just kind of walk through how I'm playing it, right? So we'll go ahead and play through this first one here. Okay, so starting here on this C, so I'm pretty much just using my thumb and index finger the entire time here. And this is the pattern that I am trying to follow. I will say there are times I get caught up and it's not 100% exact, but this is what I'm trying to follow here. So we start with plucking. So we're starting here on a C chord, plucking the A and the high E. Okay, so I'll pluck those two. Then with my thumb, I'm going D, G, index finger, high E. Oops, sorry. And then we're finishing here with the thumb back on that G. So that's what I'm trying to follow the majority of the song. So you might want to just stay on the C chord and just work on getting really comfortable with that rhythm. Okay, so we're going to go with the C here. So you do that once. And then, so for the G, what I'm playing here, I'm just going ring finger, 3rd fret of the low E, and pinky, 3rd fret of the high E. That's all I'm doing for my G. So now we're still doing that pluck there, but now we're starting on the low E, right? So we're moving with the bass note. So then again, everything else I'm trying to play the same here. Okay, so then we have an A minor, and again our bass note's changes to an A for the A minor. So still same pluck, but now we're plucking again. We're going back to plucking that A string, and now we're plucking the D string, or the B here. So A and B is what I'm plucking, and again same thing there. So okay, all right, that's the first part there, and then we're going to an F. Again, same pluck here, bass note shifted to the low E. Okay. Then our G, C. And every now and again, like at the end of a line, I will kind of hit it that way, where I'll finish with that pluck. Okay. All right. So I'm going to play through that part slowly here. Okay, all right, and from here, we're going to an E7. So we're barring the 7th fret here. So barring the 7th fret here, pinky finger is on the 9th fret here, the B, and ring is on the 9th of the D. And again, we're going to go ahead and do our pluck, plucking the A and the B this time. And then we're going to go back to an F from this one. But this time I'm not doing the barred F, I'm doing this a little bit easier version of an F here. And again, we're still plucking the A and the B with this one. All right, and then from there we'll go back to our C, G, C. I kind of like throwing that in sometimes too. And that's just so pluck, D, G, B. Then moving your ring finger over to the 3rd fret of that low E, just hitting that G note there, and then plucking in to finish that C. I just like the way that sounds. Okay, all right, so that's the first one, first part down. All right, so the second part here, what's interesting about this song is the timing. Sometimes it's like you stay on notes or chords for a very long time. So like, whenever I think of you, it only makes me feel sad. So you're on that C for a while before you get to the G. And then G. Then we go to the G7. So all I'm doing here with the G7, we're taking our pinky off of the high E and we're putting our index onto that 1st fret. And that's our G7. The best friend it's for me, this song is really hard to sing and keep the rhythm. My brain is not working quite properly for me to do that greatly yet. But anyway, so again, to the G7. And to a C. Sorry. And then here we go to a B flat, to a C again. All right, and that kind of ends that section there. Okay. So next section, again, a lot of this we're going to be same chords, of course, a lot of G, G, C. So this next section here. And now you're going to be on this G7 for a long time. Still there. And C. Okay, so that section is just C, G, G7, back to C. All right, next section here, we're going to throw in two more chords that we haven't played yet are going to hop in here. So we'll start with the C to C7. All right, so that's C7. So again, when I start the C, to pluck like we have been doing. And then we're going to put our pinky finger here on the 3rd fret of the G. And we're going to pluck the A and the B here. So that's our C7. Then to an F, to a D7, which is index finger 2nd fret, or sorry, index finger 1st fret of the B, middle finger 2nd fret of the G, and ring 2nd fret of the high E. So D7. Okay, so we're going C, and for that D7, sorry I didn't mention that earlier, now we're plucking, you're going to pluck the D, of course, and the high E. That's where that pluck starts. Then we're G7, and C. Okay. All right, that was fun. All right, so go through that part one more time here. Okay, we're almost done. Last section here. This last one starts on an F. And for whatever reason, I struggle with this F chord when I'm trying to do finger picking and plucking. Just have to hold it down really, really hard, and sometimes I feel really weak. But anyway, so F to our G, C, F, G, C, then our E7 again, F again, C, G, C. Alright guys, that is Dog Face Boy. I hope this helps you guys out. Please leave me feedback, comments below. See you guys again soon.